Sunday, and he was paddling along doing a steady 30 miles an hour, which is not bad really for a vehicle of that sort. But there we are. We've looked at some of the old equipment, and there's the latest thing, if you like, in modern trailer equipment. You've got a 5-axle fully steering trailer there behind the DAF. You'll watch as it comes around the corner. You can see all the trailer. Steve and Debbie on the front. Young Lanley and I think that's Anne that's steering on the Fowler. And Bert is on the brake on the trailer.
I think it's Rob and Jack Wing on Thinker on the back. Thinker, of course, the engine on the back there is much to hold back going down the hills as it is to provide pushing power, if you like.
Started by hand, a series of levers and also the crank over the main engine. far up, you'll see the large wings. The door itself is a capital helicopter. Door Cat 10, the Cat 15. Second that is the size of the range. Very, very complex actually. There's no cylinder. Oliver Cup.
The Leyland from the 1970s there, the Leyland Cruiser, from the 1987 rather, from the Leyland Cruiser. Going back in time now, very severely, the Foden, and this takes us back to 1947. Person owners acquired it, and that's the Greiser family from Minting in Lincolnshire own this beautifully presented showman's tractor there, the Foden. Complete showground history all the way through for that vehicle. Very nice little plane with a lot of service. It's so important when restoring these vehicles to get the right livery for the right period and for them to look just right as they're actually working. And now in the arena is the idea, because this is just the way that these vehicles look when they were working. The Taylor Merchant's vehicle, this is exactly right, looks great. So that's the Pickford family there with their ERS. Now here's something, and Mr. Outram, who owns it, bought it in 2004, and top of the range there for a Series 1, that what really was. Very posh indeed. And this is more like you'd expect to see on a Series 1 Land Rover. A soft top, from Tadley in Hampshire. And now you'll see in your programme that we do have a special section for our continental visitors. Well, we've got to put them somewhere, haven't we? So we put them in the special section. Right through from the Second World War styling really for these bonneted vehicles. 1970 Bedford now, found in a scrapyard in England. Now this vehicle's been around a bit because it was supplied new to the Dutch Army. Somehow or other, our family from St Nicholas and Wade down there in Kent. Very nicely presented vehicle. Just the type of way you would have expected to see one of these vehicles written up once again, accurately restored to work in Hampshire. Very nicely presented. Little example there of the 1943 Austin K4. Now the Scammell Explorer coming towards us, very big comics on. So these vehicles were heavily loaded all the way back from London. So they take comics down from the print works and come back with the paper that was needed to print them. Those great big rolls on the back, probably done. Now the Atkinson Ford unit. Thought to have possibly been owned by Bassett. And now the 1970 AEC Mercury. Supplied new to ARC Roadstone and registered in London. Now the Austin A35 pickup from 1956. And sorry, that's owned by Mr. Chatterton from Paul in Dorset. I just got a feeling it's the petrol engine as it went past. Very nice example there, the FG. 3-ton carrying capacity, although they'll overload quite comfortably, still producing chain drive vehicles. Chain drive actually is probably the most effective form of drive train transmission. And there's nothing lost at all in the property. 1950 Land Rover now, and this is the Land Rover Series 1. 1950 is quite early for a Series 1. It's a low wheelbase, so it can squeeze in between trees. Very, very short wheelbase, so it'll turn. As it's turning, look at the rear wheels. The rear wheels turn to follow the front wheels. This is 4 wheels here. It didn't quite successfully stop it. Quite interesting, because when you look at the cab design on these vehicles, it's very reminiscent actually of the cabs of the 1984 Bedford TL, sorry, with the same specifications as the Scammell Highwayman virtually, because it was built for Pickford. Pickford's ordered these especially, they actually only ordered them, hasn't he? Mr. Smith from Dudley in the West Midlands. Did you drive it down? No. Just wondered, Land Rover. Well, it isn't, you know. This is an Austin Gypsy. The Austin Gypsy, which in the end had to give way to the Land Rover because they were all... And back to Scammell again now. This was initially... For those of you who are getting completely bored with me now, don't worry, I'm going to get it near the end. There's a lot of yellow jackets running their way down, so I expect to see them sign off. Morris has quite a few vehicles, some of which he started his business with way back in the 1950s. And it's gone there in over 6 colours per annum. Part of our travelling community, very much very typical of the itinerant travelling community transport there, and very popular with them. I suppose it's a lightweight commercial vehicle, medium range commercial vehicle there, and that's the LD. Mercedes Unimog now, and this is the 1956 411 Model L, and this is very much the way it would have been operated when it was out there in service with the Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers. They were the people who looked after all the things purpose-built by special order. Scammell's did this. Pickford's asked for them, Scammell's delivered. And there's a very, very fine example. They're beautifully restored now. And all these 8-wheelers, principally AECs. So here's an unusual one there, the Leyland. If you look at the back of it, you'll see there's a sign on there that says 20. Well, that was the forerunner of the engine that's used by the LD that we saw a little bit earlier. 1926 Scammell now, and quick change unit. These articulated Scammells were built principally as bending vehicles. They're simply vehicles that bend in the middle. They were a bigger version. First registered as a cattle float, and it's had various owners throughout its life. Mr. Creamer from Launceston in Cornwall. About the 1950 Austin K4 fuel tanker. Well, that's only half the story. Yes, it is a fuel tanker. It's a domestic fuel tanker. The type of thing that could be knocking on your front door. Now, 156 in your programme is the 1953.
Steve.